All right, so if you're thinking about ordering a pair of chaps from me, I'll talk about different leathers I have, what my process is, and how we can do this. Either you can come down to my shop or I'll give you the information you need to be able to do this from home. First things first, measurements. The most important part of this whole process is that we get correct measurements that fit you, that make you feel comfortable, and this is the point of custom, is that if you're really tall, short, whatever, we're going to make accommodations for that. Right now, I'm going to base this on a pair of shotgun chaps. We'll go through pretty much the process if you and I were ordering one right now. Same process applies to chinks, rodeo chaps, anything else that we're building, but shotguns are the most complicated and have the most things to go over, so I want to start with that. Let's start with the measurements. I provide this simple diagram. I say simple, but there's a lot of measurements on here. Don't worry about it. I'm going to walk you through them. We're going to have measurements from the belt where you're going to wear it down to the floor. We're going to have a waist measurement, multiple leg measurements, as many as is needed to make them fit you. For a very tight fitting pattern, we're going to go top to bottom, and I'm going to make them really close to the leg. Looser, maybe a set you want to be able to sell later, or you want to be able to have a lot of freedom in, we'll cut these in half. We'll just use what we need and make them work for you. I have a separate video talking about how to take these measurements. If you're going to be doing this on your own at home, go ahead and reference that. If we're going to be meeting in person, don't worry too much about this. We'll deal with that then. If you're going to do this at home, you are going to need a tape measure. Don't try without this. You're going to need to use one of these, so make sure you have one. As far as the different leathers I offer, I have a huge range. Anything from heavy leather, like what's called an oil tan, to a soft garment type leather that's going to be really flowy and follow your body pretty good. On a heavy set like this, it's a stiffer leather. It's typically about 5 to 6 ounces thick, which is this thickness here. And it's not going to have a lot of flex. So if you're going to spend a lot of time walking, or you're going to be at shows for a long time wearing these, this probably isn't the choice for you. Now, if you're going to be running through the brush and you want to stay protected, stay dry, stay whatever, that's where this comes in. A softer leather is something that has a lot more, we call it drape, and that means that it's going to run off your leg. It's going to fall without trying to stay stiff. This is better for a set you're going to wear in hot weather. This is going to fit better for that. We also have what are called splits, which means the top grain of the leather, that's the smooth part, has been sanded off so that it's flattened, and this is a more flexible, more breathable, softer leather. It doesn't hold up as long, and it's going to have a totally different look. So this is an option specifically for the show pen, typically used, you're showing in the summer, this is what you're thinking on that. We can also take this top grain leather and run it rough out. This is good if you want to have a lot of flexibility in the saddle. You want to have it, it's going to slide really nice in your jeans. You're not going to have any of that binding, anything like that. You're not going to have the breathability of splits, but you will certainly have still the strength and the longevity of top grain with nice rough out look and a really nice easy slide on the legs. I have a million colors, but just an example of different styles of leather. So a thicker leather, some thinner. This is a nice soft one that has a lot of this drape. It's very similar to this leather here. This is a small amount of what I have. What we will do is, once we've talked about what kind of chaps you want, I'll send you leathers that are appropriate for what you want to wear. Then you can pick a color. Some of these I have already in the shop. You can come in and check them out. Or if you're really concerned, you really want to make sure the leather's right, let me know and I will ship you a sample so you can try them at home. You can feel how it feels, make sure it's going to work for you. All right, so as far as the options for the chaps themselves, I can start with hand drawing you a pattern to have fully tooled yokes. This can be floral, oak leaves. This one is just scroll work and acanthus. I can do a basket weave, any kind of geometrics. I can take this leather and just match it with your chaps for a simple, clean look. If you want to, we can tool the back belt. We can use a thin back belt and a buckle so it's adjustable. We can make all this out of exactly the same leather as the chaps, as I mentioned. Same thing with the back belt and the front belt, and just keep it as a really clean set. You have the options of accents. You can do scalloped edges coming out from under the yolks. We can do accenting colors. Any options there are all, you know, we're building them for you. So you think about what you want, you send me pictures of what you want, and we'll work it out. On the fringe, we can do the same built in with the Chap, so it's the exact same color, it flows out of the same piece. I can do an accent color. I can do a set of fringe that has two colors that are twisted together. It's a really fantastic look. We can do no fringe. We want to do a set kind of like bat wings, where it's just going to be a simple, sturdy, you're not getting caught up in anything. Again, it's all up to you. I'm not gonna tell you anything other than yes, ma'am, let's make it. So that's about it. If you have any questions, you just let me know. If you have any questions about other styles, we can talk on those. And appreciate you watching. Thank you.